Well, I would say for me, as a young man to an older man now, um, the appreciation factors for small, medium, and large. Nadine took me as I was, so all my faults, all my idiosyncrasies, all my shortcomings, things I took for granted, she didn't hold those to me. It wasn't the case that she looked at me like everything. So it wasn't the case of well, you ain't. I was not. I was always a go getter in regards to got to take care of the business, take care of money, got to take care of the house, family, all that kind of stuff. My thing was always the all the. I would always say is this: I'm a good provider. I'm a good dad. I'm a horrible husband and boyfriend. At that point in my life, because it was a situation where if she was to clean up, or if she was to cook me a meal that she knew I would like, or if it came down to I would go out with the fellas. And I remember this. I remember I used to go out with the fellas. This is, I think we were barely, I think we weren't even married then. We were like, well, we were living together. So we were engaged. And I would go out with the fellas all night, come home at 3 o'clock in the morning, wake her up, like, hey, can you do my hair before I go to work? And I remember I would crash out drunk and inebriated, crash out on the bed. I wake her up at like 4 or 5 o'clock, and she's literally braiding my hair before I go into work. And I'd be like, all right, like you know what I mean? Like it was just like no appreciation for those, like you know what I mean? Like this is no appreciation. Like thank you. I may have said thank you, but I didn't. You know what I mean? But I didn't. I meant it, but I felt like she was more
Indebted to it.
indebted to it. Yeah, instead of being like you didn't have to do these things, but you did them anyways.
Yeah.
I was a very closed off person. So she asked me like, she wanted me to get deep inside me. I'm like, I don't do that. When I was young, I was like, nah, I don't really deal with my emotion like that. Like I just kind of move. And I'm like, whatever. I just move on, whatever the case may be. Now, at an older age, you gonna hear my mouth when I got something on mine. I'm not gonna just stay quiet on it and we just gonna move. No, no, no. We're gonna talk about what my problem is right now. Now, once I did my job by telling you my problem, it's your job to fix that problem, and vice versa. But so you can't say I didn't know that was a problem because in the past I didn't say it. I just expect you to figure it out and fix
Yeah.
it, which is ridiculous. But that's
Right, right.
the mindset of a person that of us really, but mainly me because she used to talk. I'd be like, I'm not listening to you. But now you gonna hear my mouth. I'm gonna talk. But now, and we kind of talked about this last night. Um, I have to take ownership on figuring out how to tell you how I feel, so this way we can fix the problem. But that was something that I didn't do in the day back in the day. That annoys her sometimes. Like, oh, you like, well, hey, you want me to open up? Okay, well now I'm open. You want to deal with it. Before you didn't want me to talk, and now I'm talking. So it's different things. But to kind of go back what you're saying, Kelly, full circle is more of a situation as those things. Actually, this actually plays all in the same part. Once you start to lose those things you weren't being appreciative for, that became second nature, thinking, hey, why am I not getting this kind of treatment or this, that, and the other? Over time, you see how that stuff starts to go apart and everything kind of like breaks apart more and more and more. And now you got to work backwards to get everything back right. And then it really, more than anything else, it breaks down to verbally acknowledging your wrongdoing in the matter, not placating to it, not trying to make yourself sound better, but hey, I did this, this was not right. I
Right.
did this X, Y, and Z.
Do you know
It
what
takes
happened? Oh, go ahead.
no, it takes time and maturity for a person to step on that grenade because it's not fun. Now the person that hurt the person, you gotta relive that shame.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we sit there and we don't talk about it. We try to, make it sound like it's not as bad as what it is. But you know what? It's the things that you're trying to cover your own shame so you don't feel so bad about the situation you put somebody else through. That was the hardest part because after years and decades of shameful acts and different things, small, medium, and large, you got to sit there, like Nadine says, and open up that wound.
Mm.
And it's not, it hurts the person that had to deal with it as the recipient, But the person that was the villain in that matter, it makes you feel disgusting, especially when you're no longer that person. And it's something that we try to shield ourselves from. But I had to go through it. She had to go through it, and it's not a hard. It's this is where marriage is not for the weak. If you actually want a real marriage to work after the damage has been done.